down out in the cold, faithless and died, your story's untold. Come take my hand and walk there with me. I know a place where we can be free. There is a light shining for you.
Okay.
Can't go wrong with that section.
Okay.
A couple of these and
Thanks, man. There is something that I've been thinking, and I don't think that people give enough thought or truly understand its magnitude. But I guarantee you, you will look at this a lot differently, or it will support what you already feel by the end of this video. You know, like, I really want you to sit with this thought. I want you to let it sink into your brain. Like, isn't it funny how people never question Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, radio, cell signal, and all of these things are invincible electromagnetic waves? Now, people never really question these things, even when they don't understand it. But they think energy, frequency, vibration are all a bunch of strange nonsense. Like, seriously, for real, think about this. Like, we automatically accept that signals can be transmitted, or signals can transmit data through wall, through space. But we can't accept that our thoughts and emotions sends out frequencies. Like, we need proof to believe this. Like, when you hear vibration or frequency or energy in reference to the reality of a human, if most people think that it's a bunch of nonsense, you believe that your phone can receive invincible signal from space, but you think it's crazy that I can feel your bad mood when we're in the same room. Like, think about this. Like, really think about it. See, energy is energy. Like, think about this. Maybe you have had an experience or experiences where you are in a space with someone and they say something like, oh, it's almost like they wanted to say something or address something and they decide not to. And they say, oh no, it's fine. And you just said exactly what it was that they were thinking. And they're like, how did you know that's what I was thinking? Or maybe you don't say the exact same stuff, but you said something that leans towards exactly what they were feeling or what they wanted to talk about. Energy is energy, you know, and in a way, I think those who created Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and all these mobile devices and signals, I think in a way they were able to do it because they understood something that most people consider to be nonsense. You see, energy is energy, frequency is frequency. So, understanding frequencies and energy in reference to a human will give you a greater sense or understanding of our reality in reference to our frequencies and our energies. Now, I don't remember them teaching me this in school. I don't know if you were taught. Let me know in the comment. Your heart generates an electromagnetic field 5,000 times stronger than your brain. And this electromagnetic field, this energy that is transmitted from our heart, extends outside of the body, like several feet. So, the heart generates an electromagnetic field that is 5,000 times stronger than the brain. So this means that your feelings are broadcasted into a quantum field. And this is why your emotions matters more than your thought. Your emotions can override your thought, especially in creating your reality. If our heart creates such a powerful electromagnetic field that extends outside of our body, like what does electromagnetic field actually do, right? Electromagnetic field is what creates magnetic force. And magnetic force, see, this is what pulls things to you. And it just got me thinking, maybe this is why our emotion matters when it comes to creating our reality. Because you can think positive all day. I mean, think about this. You can have positive thoughts all day. But if your emotions are that of fear, of doubt, of lack, see, that's the signal that you put into the universe. So just like devices sends out signals, these energies, and receives back data, even so your heart sends out signals. So when you send out feelings of fear, feelings of defeat, feelings of lack, which are all from your heart. See, your heart is the seat of your emotions. Now that's why it says, guide your heart with all diligence, for out of it comes out all the issues of life. Your heart is the seat of emotion. Your brain is the seat of logic. That's why I hear people say, don't follow your heart. My brain telling me no. My heart telling me yes. Gosh, that's a horrible voice. Do not follow your heart. It's not about you just ignoring your heart or ignoring the way that you feel. It simply means that emotions must be controlled. I don't know if you have felt this, but if you're watching this, I guarantee you have had this moment. It's like, I know I should do this, but your heart draws you to the complete opposite. And sometimes you end up following your heart and doing something that you know you shouldn't do. In that given moment, my brain telling me no, my heart telling me yes. And I'm not saying this for any other reason other than to let you know or to bring to your awareness that you are more. No, you are more than what you've been told you are. You came here stacked. Your source is divine. You radiate energy. And I hope that if you're listening, that you can expand your view and tap in. So if your heart signal is that of fear and lack, in a way I want you to look at it like this. That's what will be present in your magnetic field, which is the unseen realm, because you can't see the magnetic field. And other people who are in tune with themselves will feel it. So other people will feel what is present in your magnetic field. I mean, this is one way I want you to look at it, just for understanding purposes. But ultimately, the things that are present in your magnetic field, emotions, the energy that your heart is pushing out, everything exists in abundance in our created universe. So when devices send out specific signal and they receive data, your heart is sending these signals through emotions of lack, of fear, of defeat. And these signals, this energy that you're putting out will attract their kind and be multiplied. Because everything exists in abundance for those who intensely look, whether good or bad. If you look for a reason to end a relationship, you will find it. And if you look for a reason, genuinely look for a reason to stay, you will find it. Not that, well, I'm really trying to find a reason to stay, but I'm not finding. When your heart wants something completely different, you will never find a reason to stay. When your heart is sending leave signal, you're not afraid because you are sick. You're sick because you're afraid. I don't know if you've met those people who, they are like germophobes. They don't like germs. Now, turns out, they do get sick a lot. And when they get sick, they say, oh, this is why I'm afraid of germs. The manifestation of that sickness to them now would be like a reinforcement of their fear. This is why I'm afraid of germs. And most times, most people are unaware of the power that they carry. And they never think to themselves, maybe my fear is not a result of my sickness, but my sickness is a result of my fear. Because you see, they live in constant state of fear. Like we know, this is not my word. You don't have to take my word for this. It's proven, it's scientifically proven that your emotion can actually make you sick. Comes back to energy. Energy is energy, my people. So if your heart signal is that of fear and lack, that's what will be present in your magnetic field. I mean, this is one way that I want you to look at it. If what surrounds you is fear of lack, doubt, defeat, unloved, they will be abundantly attracted to you. And this is not something that I have fully grasped, but it's something that I understand in concept, and it makes sense to me. So if electromagnetic field creates a state where magnetic forces can exist, your heart electromagnetic field is what attracts experiences to match how you feel. I mean, think about this. And this is why many people get sick. See, your emotions like anxiety, stress, anger, fear, this will absolutely make you sick. And this is why you have to manage your emotion. Because if you don't manage your emotions will manage you. And emotions are bad managers. And most times, most people do not understand how in control their emotions, or they're unaware of the fact of the places where their emotions is actually in charge of their lives. It's like they are dependent on stress at this point. And this is why you need to practice mindfulness. You need to practice solitude. Our world is like a game. It's like a game that has been created for us to believe certain things and accept certain things as normal. And I know I'm going on a tangent here. And this world is run by people who have occultic knowledge or secret knowledge. Now that's what the occult is. It means hidden. It means hidden knowledge. If I know that this food is going to cause you harm. I will choose not to eat that food. By me holding that knowledge from you, and I'll let you keep on eating it. That's the power that I have over you. And in a way, this goes deep. But now I'm going to say this. All you need to know is God's truth. And if you become exposed to occultic knowledge, let it not be because you go seeking it out in order to implement it in your life. They will not really tell you what you're getting involved in. And whatever you find out in regards to occultic knowledge, let it be with this one intent, really, for you to shine light. Say, expose every work that is done in darkness, for you to shine light on it, to your friends, to your family. Now, some people will think you're just yapping. No, that's fine. You don't have to push it or make everybody believe. I just wanted to add that disclaimer there. And to also say, this is just for educational purposes. I'm just having a heart-to-heart conversation with you. But before I talk about our brain frequency and how to improve your frequency, allow me to go on a rant here. Because there are certain things that we have accepted as normal, which there is nothing normal about it. Think about this. And they tell you to go to school, and you go to school, and then you have to work. You get a work that you do not love going to. You do not enjoy going to that work. And I don't want to hear, you have to be grateful. No. This is not about not being grateful. You go to a work that you don't like. And then after they tax your paycheck, you go buy grocery. And they tax you up from the money that you already paid taxes from. That's just how the system works. It's like, you pay for the same food that God gave us for free. Say, but somebody has to grow it. Somebody have to grow it. Well, that person that had to grow it, were they born with the seeds? Like, did they come into this earth with the seed? That's what I'm saying. I'm not pointing finger at one person. I'm pointing finger at the system, or how we have accepted something that is not normal. If these people know how to commercialize the air, I believe they would make us pay for oxygen. I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, we are living in a big game that has been created by specific people. And I'm saying this because, like, when I was growing up, if you're hungry, there is always fruit, right? You can go into the bush and pluck mango. I used to remember going with my friends. We pluck mango during mango season. And so you eat everything in season. You can pluck cashews and different kind of fruit in season, and it's free. We pay for the very things that God has given us for free. And the purpose of me really just talking about this is to kind of get you in a place where something happens within yourself that makes you start looking at things differently, or at least start approaching things differently in hopes of not playing the game, or at least playing the game on your own term. And that can mean different things for different people. Now, frequency is one of those words that people think is nonsense. See, the human brain has 5 frequencies. The first brain wave is delta waves, from 0 to 2 years old. See, the delta wave, that's the lowest frequency. The delta wave is the slowest frequency. It's the frequency that your brain is in when you are in deep sleep. So I'm talking about deep restoration sleep. This is when your brain is non-engaged, non-active. Now, the second stage of frequency after delta is theta. I think that's between 2 to 6 or 7 years old. I'm not going to talk about the age associated with this frequency again. Just look that up on your own. I don't want to give you guys wrong information. So with theta frequency, the brain is relaxed, but not as relaxed as delta. Now, the moment your brain shifts into theta frequency or theta brainwave, this is increased activity in your brain. And so you can be relaxing, or maybe deep immersion of thought. You're just very relaxed when you're in a state of creativity. And after theta, you have alpha. And when your brain is in alpha frequency, you're operating on a much higher frequency than theta or delta frequency. And after alpha frequency, you have beta frequency. This is active waking consciousness. You're focused, you're alert. Okay, your brain is engaged in intellectual activities. And the final frequency, which is the highest frequency that your brain can operate in, is gamma frequency. The gamma brainwave, the gamma frequency is the highest, is the fastest frequency. This is what enables high-level cognitive function, intense concentration. And so our brain shifts frequencies as we age. And so when you think about the lower frequencies, we're talking about frequencies that can make you susceptible to manipulation, that makes you easier to manipulate or influence. And that's the theta and alpha frequency. And that's because, see, your brain is in this frequency when you are in a deep state of like relaxation. It's like that state between waking and sleeping. And that's what makes it perfect for suggestion, to suggest things to it, because the critical part of the mind is less active. When I say it's the state between waking and sleeping, it might be as a result of you putting certain substance that cognitively impairs you as well. And different things can lead you to this place or make you function in this place where you become susceptible to ideas, to suggestion. And the alpha frequency is also a low frequency because it's also a state of relaxation. Like, this is a state that think about it like it's a bridge. It bridges the subconscious with the conscious mind. Alpha frequency. This is why it's easy to get manipulated or get conditioned through what you watch. It's passive attention. You're awake, but you're not engaged mentally. You're not intensely engaged mentally. And so things can be suggested to you. And it's like, but you can still watch a movie and be actively engaged. Sometimes some of you watch a movie and you can see like the agenda, you can see the things that they are pushing. It's not like your brain can get stuck in a specific frequency. And this is why I say you always have to grow and allow yourself to grow. Because frequency is something, it's like those 5 circles, depending on whether you're learning, depending on how far you're pushing your brain, depending on your consciousness and the things that that you put your mind or you focus on, depending on the intentionality behind your living. See, that's what determines what frequency your mind or your brain will be under. Now, the alpha frequency is good for creativity, but this is also when your mind is receptive to absorption of informations and emotions, making it easy for suggestions and conditioning. Places like the club, when you go and you see people just line up, or you see people high on things, just moving around like a zombie. And I'm not saying it as like in a way of like judgmental. I'm just saying it to make this point. Those places are places of low vibration. Those are places of, very low frequencies. Those are the places as well where people can begin to eat each other, and not eat each other like in a way of like eat each other's food, but begin to destroy one another. In a place like that, a person will do some crazy stuff because they are drunk, and all the friends, everybody will be laughing. Something they will never do otherwise. It just makes you think. When you realize that they put fluoride in certain waters, and we know that it's been proven, right? You don't have to take my word for this. We know what fluoride does. It lowers the IQ. We know it impairs your cognitive function. I'm just saying. And you lower people's IQ and you lower them cognitively, it's easy for you to suggest things. It's easy for you to control them. It's easy for you to keep people docile now. Because their brain will never be active. It will never be active in a place where they can stand for themselves. They will always be in a state of, oh, we see the issue. Oh, yeah, that's not good. But they'll never take any step. They'll never take any step to rise up. They will always keep operating in that relaxed frequency, that low vibrational state of mind. Now, when your frequency is high, people who have higher frequency are the most difficult people to manipulate, to influence. And this is beta and gamma. This is beta frequency. Your mind is actively analyzing something, comparing things, questioning things. And because of that, it creates barrier for manipulation. Your brain is working. And then the gamma, which is the fastest and the highest frequency that your brain can operate in, is peak concentration. We're talking about highest level concentration, highest level problem solving. Gamma frequency. Gamma frequency. This means internally you're mentally processing things intensely. And this makes it difficult to introduce manipulative thoughts, manipulative ideas. So people with high frequency have high resistance. And that's because they're in a state of active, critical, and focused thinking, beta and gamma. And people who have low frequency, they're in a vulnerable state of manipulation. And that's because they're in a state where the mind is relaxed, unfocused, or drifting. That's theta and alpha. The thing with the human nature is your body always wants what is easy. Your body always wants what is least resistance. You see, the ego wants to see you hurt. The ego wants to see you go through pain. Because when you go through pain and you identify with those pains, or you identify with the things that you go through, those are the things that give life and power to your ego. And your ego can keep saying, me, me, me. Look at what we've been through. And keep you in a place of feeling sorry perpetually for yourself. I know these things go deeper. But the whole purpose that we're here on earth is to know God. The more you get to know God, the more you get to know yourself. And the more you get to know yourself, the more you see your need of God. One thing that I would want people to know is this. At least this is what I believe. I think one of the reasons that we are here on earth is to grow. And that growth is more spiritual than it is physically. And the more you grow and find the God-given meaning, because the most beautiful things in life are untouched, they are unfound. Well, this world is a beautiful place. No, so let's not get it twisted. I hope I didn't ramble unnecessarily, but I love you guys. And I hope you guys take care of yourself and keep doing the best with what you have. This video is officially over.